Hey everyone, I'm Rick Jors. This is a Gpms.World specific message. And of course, February 16th, 2023. First, with this, our website, we are currently have a new website ready. In the background or being prepared to come up. So recently with our website, it's been mostly inoperable and offline for the last, let's say, several weeks. And this is for it's divine timing as well. And I need to say this. There is a much more important reasons why it is not upright yet. And I don't need to get into that other than saying it's for divine reasons. So having said this, anyone cannot log in their agreement or consent until we have the website up and running properly to do that. And I'd anticipate this will be shortly, but I don't have a definite time on it. However, it's guaranteed and that it does come back up. So, meaning that there are deeper divine reasons why it's down, if you will, at this time. So there's nothing wrong with it. And now with this, once we get this website back up, I can go in a little bit of divinely why it's down, because what GPMS is, it's that divine vehicle, but it's also a vent of energy, meaning that those in the old reality, as they become more compressed and surrendered and know what needs to be done, then they come up into GPMS where they are free and they know what is going to occur in the very near future. So they're very happy. However, down in the lower, they need to be able to try things, let's say with groups, and see how it didn't work before they see the ultimate solution, what GPMS is. So it's part of a process, if you will, on an individual basis. I want to keep this short. So having said that, what I wish to share with you is that there is great news coming also with Gpms.World in the very near future. And as the website has been, let's say, inaccessible to log the consents in the last several weeks, what has happened is there is a huge amount of consents that are backlogged, ready to come in. So once we get the site up again, you're going to see huge numbers coming in very quickly, and you're going to see them coming in from several areas. Philippines, India, even Canada will pick up. What I have, Peru, Mexico, Argentina, just to name some, and there can be, and perhaps Australia as well. So they're in South Africa, of course. I think I mentioned that. So having said this, we are still constantly busy having meetings, connecting with ones behind the scenes. So far, we are transparent and we put everything out. However, there is the brief period, as we're in discussions and explaining GPMS, we don't say that ones are on board until we fully know that. So there is that little process of the initial engagement and interactions with the interest of, let's say, influencers and speakers for the people. So we don't tend to say, okay, we're speaking with this one, until we're sure that they come on board, right? So it's just part of a natural process with that. Having said this, with Gpms.World, everyone, what I'm about to say is so important. And it's also why GPMS is the only solution worldwide for all of humanity, to bring all of humanity into an instant place of freedom and abundance. And one of the reasons why is because of our process at collecting all of the individual agreements and joining them all together to make the one voice. But it's not for a country, it is universal, it's worldwide. So once we have this majority voice worldwide, adding their agreements to this voice, what it does, it's a ratified agreement, which means that it has all lawful force and that it cannot be opposed nor contested against. There is just no room to do it. But this is what makes it so absolute and concrete as well. And of course, all of the beautiful attributes that come as a result once we have the majority voice. A GPMS is inevitable, and also it's imminent. It's changing the world, and I say imminent even though it's taken a couple years yet. There's at any point it has to go viral. And I feel right at this point, again, we are so close to that. We'll see what the numbers are when we get the site back up. So it's very important that this is the most lawful structure that has precedent over any judicial and monetary system that's out there today. Once we have this majority, everyone is, let's say, rich and everyone is free, because that's what it does for humanity. And nothing else can compare nor compete with GPMS. There's false narratives that are out there. There are ones that have good intentions trying to do something for humanity, but nothing can be done in the way that they think it can be done. But they have to go through their processes to realize that the absolute problem is the entire system that has been the entire network around the world, which is the judicial and monetary system that each is subjugated to and controlled by at this time. That is the problem. So what GPMS does, it takes the old system out of commission completely and puts in the new system for everyone, to keep it simple. And this is what's occurring. And during the event of, let's say, sovereign groups, even speakers for the people, great people, it's why there is never any success when, let's say, within their political structures and voting systems, because it's the system itself that is the problem. So they'll just keep looping in there, never finding the solution when they try to do something within the old perimeters of the old system, because the solution isn't there. It's on the outside. And this is where GPMS is at. And as many are leaving that inside, knowing that it cannot be repaired, it cannot be fixed, it is not for the people. And as they come out and realize this on the outside with GPMS, we go forward very quickly. So it's important to also know that GPMS right now is a universal nation. A universal nation of people worldwide is more powerful than any singular nation, no matter how many people is in it. And by the full lawful structure of what GPMS is based on your God-given rights, your unalienable rights. That is the foundation of basis of all law. And without getting into particulars about this, it is absolute law as well. Now with this, in these times upon the planet as well, it becomes the responsibility and obligation of every individual, once they know that there is the ultimate solution out there that saves everyone, if you will, from any harm, any sort of misery, they become morally obligated to be part of that and to make that choice as well. And when you compare the old system, what it is, it's inflicting hardship upon the people, harm, even results in death, misery, stress. So you can see morally and ethically any individual, if they have a heart and have a soul, they're not going to be supporting that. So they now have a choice, GPMS, and this is what many are realizing, and this is also why we got huge numbers that are ready to come in, because they've went through the courses of trial and error, these groups, at trying to get things to work for them. It didn't. They now realize the full problem is the worldwide system. So now they are doing and joining and uniting together. They are doing the ultimate solution. So it's very important to know that. And let's say on the ascension in the spiritual aspects of it as well, this is connected directly to the ascension. Any individual that is here, you have a reason and a purpose to be on the planet at this time. And for you, let's say, that didn't fully know why you were here, you're here to create the new world, to keep it simply. And GPMS is the new world. So now you have GPMS is the direction. It is the goal to go forward for everyone to create this, to combine all of your co-creator abilities with this one goal and one focus that floats all boats, if you will. So it's important that everyone gets aligned with this. If you're a spiritual healer as well, it's important for you, when you're having clients, to explain to them that a new world is coming. And one of the reasons, because it alleviates the stress that causes the disharmony and disease and tension in them. So this is a great release factor when you say, hey, we'll fix you up today, but look at what's coming, and, they're going to be great, because we're not going to be healing and healing, looping forever. That gets no one, that doesn't get anyone anywhere. We're going, boom, full forward. So it's important for everyone to play your roles in your part, and also assist at getting the word of GPMS out there worldwide. Gpms.World. However, again, the site is just temporarily down, being worked upon, and as soon as it comes up, that is the time to begin sharing and spreading the news worldwide. So that's a quick message, a quick update, and I'll do a regular live here shortly on Facebook. And of course, there's so many other good things that are transpiring with supporting the GPMS vehicle and divine vehicle that it is, but I'm not getting into that. I could speak for days on this stuff. But let me say, we're getting closer and closer, and it's such a glorious, auspicious time to be upon the planet, and everyone upon the planet ever dreamed of or wanted, it's right at your fingertips. This is how close we are, and GPMS does it. And there's nothing more powerful than GPMS upon the planet, because it will be in the very near future supported by all of the people and ratified. And this is what clinches the deal, if you will. It makes it complete, and it's absolute proof as well. Solid. Okay, so with that, love, light, gratitude, peace. This is unity, everyone coming together as one to do this all for humanity. love, light, and gratitude, and have a beautiful morning, day, or night, wherever you may be.